Hello, and welcome to the Kathleen Spracklin podcast. This one might not be for you if you are a regular viewer of my podcast. I tried to warn you. The color is different. The photograph is different. This is a totally different approach to Zettelkasten. This video might be for you if you've heard about a Zettelkasten, you've wanted to learn to do a Zettelkasten. Maybe you even ordered this book. And when it arrived, you looked at it and you said, maybe not. But you still kind of wanted a Zettelkasten. Is there anything you can do? Yes. This is a series. Now, mind you, watch for your color because this is going to be once a week. This is going to be a stretched out series. I'm not going to hit you with one every day, but look for your color. See that color on the preview? That nice, gentle lavender color. That's your signal that this is your podcast for the Minimalist podcast. And what am I going to be doing with this? I'm going to be saying, really interesting book. Read it for interest. Very interesting book. Now, if you actually want to do do it, but you go through this and you go, oh, my brain is spinning. This is just crazy beans. This might be the answer. Because what I'm going to be doing with this series is take you through step, a week later, another step, a week later, another step. That's the absolute minimum that you can do and to get your Zettelkasten up and running. Because there's a whole group of people, and I'm getting to have the wonderful privilege of getting to know so many different people with so many different viewpoints and starting points. And a lot of you are just there saying, this just makes my head spin. All this card names, this, blah. So I'm not going to hit you with any jargon. I'm not going to hit you with a bunch of rules. We're going to take it very step by step. And when you're done, you will have a Minimalist Zettelkasten sitting on your work table beside you so that you can at least touch it and feel it and say, oh, this is a Zettelkasten. Then we can start learning some words for things. And then, we can tighten up what we do a little bit at a time. Because I've talked to people that are in your boat. And I just think that the Zettelkasten is so powerful and so valuable that I don't want to rule anybody out at the starting gate because it just seems like it's just a wee bit overwhelming. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to take it slowly. We're going to take it simply. We're going to talk it through. We're going to do a lot more talking than writing because after all, what I'm hearing from you is that you need to get your place in the world. You need to get a feel for it. You need to have an opportunity to just be in the vicinity of it enough that you're not trying to just jam all that junk in your brain all at once and make sense of it like it's a big math problem or something. Because it can look like a big math problem. But it's simpler than that. For people who like the big math problems, who are like the order and the organization and give me the rules and tell me the how-to, you can do it. Scott's got the way. He even tells you where to start in the book, what chapter to read. If that's you, flip to the right spot and go to it. But if you look at this and your head explodes, but you look at this and your heart goes, ah, and you've got all this stuff that you want to organize and all these ideas that you want to capture somehow, but, okay, we got you because it's not that hard really when it comes right down to it. It's not that hard. We're going to take it slow and we're going to take it easy. And just like I said, watch for your color. It'll be once a week, but don't fall behind. And if you're picking this up and you see several episodes out there, pace yourself. Give yourself enough time between them to actually do it, and then you won't be overwhelmed. Because if you actually do the thing, it's not scary. If you look at the thing, what we're going to look at today, it's not scary either. And you say, oh, I can see that. That's not scary. And then there's another episode and there's another one. Well, that's not very scary. But by the time you watch 3 of them and stuff is happening and you never did any of, you might as well flip through the book. That's the point. We're going to do it one step at a time. Okay. Why do you want a Zettelkasten? 2 big reasons. And they're very, very different people. One group of people wants a Zettelkasten because they're stodgy-brained and they collect all the data and they collect all the figures, and then they say, yeah, but what's it supposed to mean? And they need to get enough stuff together so that they can start spotting correlations and ideas, and new stuff will pop up in their brains for them. You're probably not in that group if you're attracted to this one, because for you, you probably didn't have any trouble starting exactly when Scott says start in chapter 11. You did it and you didn't have any problem. But there's a lot of people out there whose minds are creative. They're sparks, their ideas, everything associates with everything. And the ideas fly around and you just know they mean something, but how are you going to get them all to coalesce and make sense and work together? And that's where a Zettelkasten can really help. Oddly, it'll help both. Whichever side you're on, it's going to help you. But we're going to be talking now about how to get started so that you can get going on a Zettelkasten and get your ideas, get your thoughts, get your reading a little bit under control, because that's another beauty of a Zettelkasten. If you've got a mind that just goes every direction, you'll be able to hold something in your hand, and that will help you concentrate on it. And if you're the other type, that you're organized and methodical, but the imagination part is a little hard, you'll be holding 2 somethings in your hand, and you'll be saying, oh my gosh, look at those 2. They correlate. They give me a new idea. But I'm betting that you're one of the people that's just got so much going on in your brain, and you know you want to capture it all. And you've heard a Zettelkasten is a great thing. You went out and bought the book, but you don't have a Zettelkasten. Okay. I think we have enough preamble that you know who you are. All right. So now we're going to go over. I use a down-facing camera so I can actually show you what I'm doing. And we are going to take one simple step. Journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And you're going to practice that step and go through that step for a whole week until you see that purple one come up again and you know, step 2, I'm ready. But do it for the whole week because you know why you want a Zettelkasten. You did buy the book after all. You know you want one, so do the step. It's one step. All right. Now we're going to go look at what that one step is. Join me over on the other side. A Zettelkasten can hold a whole lot of different things. It can hold an amazing variety of different things. It can hold your thoughts. It can hold your ideas from your past journals. It can hold information that you learn on a podcast, on a video, that you read in the newspaper. All sorts of incredible things can go into a Zettelkasten. But if you've got the kind of mind that wanders in 1,000 directions at once, we don't want to start with all of the amazing different things that can go into your Zettelkasten. We want to keep it simple. We want to keep it focused. And so we're going to focus on one kind of information, but tuck it in the back of your mind that we're not going to limit it to one. This is step 1, and we're going to start with one kind of information. So where are we going to start? We're going to start with a book. That's mine. You pick yours. The requirement for the book is that you want to read it and that you want to get something out of it. That's it. Those are the only requirements. You want to read it and you want to get something out of it. If you don't want to read it, don't bother with it. And if you don't want to get something out of it, then it's not suitable for your first Zettelkasten book. You got to have both of those requirements. That's it. That's the only requirements. Okay. Now you need to have 5 cards. This is as easy as it can possibly be. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to put the name of the book. You're going to put the author, or 2 if there's more than one. And then, why are you reading the book? Just take just a moment to jot down why you're reading the book. Just keep that in the back of your mind as you read. That's it. That's all that goes on the front of the card. The name, the author. Why do you want to read the book? All right. Now you start reading the book. As you read the book, if you spot something that you think is super interesting, jot down a page number. You can either write a quote or you can paraphrase it in your own words. I'm not going to make any rules to you on which you rather do, your choice. But if each time you spot something that, I'd like to get that out of the book. That's interesting. Write the page number and write down what you want to get out of it. Again, that's it. That's all there is to it. One file, pick a book, get a card, put the name of the book, the author, why you're reading it. As you read it, jot down a page number and what you found super irresistible. Page number, super irresistible. Keep going. Uh-oh. Now what? What if you fill the card? Then what? Oh, okay. Hey, put a card number on the first one. Get another card out, make it card 2, and keep going. That's it. It's for the first step. So that's all you're going to do for the whole first week. You're going to pick a book. You're going to read. As you read, you're going to make notes of page numbers and information that you found irresistible. That's the only rules I'm going to give you. And meet me back here in 1 week, and we'll go through step 2. Now tell me, was that outrageously difficult? No, you can't tell me that's too hard. You already know you wanted to read that book, and you already knew you wanted to get something out of it. Log what you wanted to get out of it. It's that simple. That's all you need to do. And is that card going to go in your Zettelkasten? You betcha. I'm not going to tell you where or how or anything like that because we're not going to overwhelm you. But hang on to it. And if you make more than one, hang on to them both. And we'll see you in 1 week for the next step. We're going to keep this minimalist. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.